Well, hello and a very warm welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, Drum People. Today on the show, I am super excited about this band. Look, you know I love hanging out with bands. These guys are amazing. You probably have seen them on most of the big stages, and it's gonna be beautiful right here on the Sound of Silence. They will be sharing two of their songs with you and also their stories with you, and it's gonna be lovely. And of course, this show is made possible by Turnkey Music, a music shop based in Malibongwe Drive in Randburg. Do you need musical equipment? Come check these guys out, and I'm sure they'll be able to sort you out. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell for all of our future notifications for the upcoming shows. Until then, one more time, a very warm welcome to the Sound of Silence with myself, Drum People. Stay tuned. The Sound of Silence with Drum People. All right, welcome back to the Sound of Silence with myself, Drum People. Today on the show is an amazing set of guys. Cool guys indeed. You know I always hang out with amazing guys, right? This time around, top notch. Gentlemen, welcome to the Sound of Silence.
What's good, bro?
All good, brother. How you doing?
I'm easy, man.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Snakes, what's up?
I'm nice, man. I'm super happy
right,
to be
that's
here,
right.
man.
My
Thank
brother.
you so much for having me.
Brother, I'm lovely, man.
All good, man.
Fresher than the
one.
lily of the valley.
Look, I don't know who's going to answer this one, but when do you say I have a band? At which point?
I would say when you find a group of people where you have the same synergy
Okay.
and you have one voice in terms of what you want to say.
Yeah.
Because we'd have to come together.
What do you want to say musically?
Yes,
thank
say
you.
musically. So
Yeah.
we'd have to agree and be like, this is what we foresee. Because we see music differently.
Right.
So now we have to merge together and create one thing.
Yeah.
And be in agreement to that one thing. And then everything comes into accordance. And then you'd probably say, I have a band. But it firstly starts with the characters. Do we
With the
get along?
characters?
Yes. Do we
Okay.
get along? Because the one thing that can kill it is
Yeah.
personalities.
Right.
How is
right.
this person? Because
I
there's a
think,
whole
I
lot
think,
of
I think you're
variables.
answering one of my questions actually, which is supposed to be.
Oh, I'm taking it too far.
But it's good. It's good.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Oh yes. So, hey, where was I?
The characters.
Oh, the characters, because that plays a huge role, because there are many factors into that, because there's time factors,
Yeah.
there's behavioral factors,
That's
how
right.
do you handle yourself in society
Yeah.
factors,
Yeah.
and actually musically, are
Yeah.
you, how professional are you invested,
Right.
because it requires all of you guys to move together and be in accordance to go into one direction.
So at one point, if you find out that, let's say your drummer is not pulling up with the same character that he joined the band with, what do? Do you chase him away because he's not giving you the character you want? Or do you talk to him? Do you groom him? How's the process?
How's the drama? Tell us, drama. Come on. What happens if there's no fire?
Hey, man. So I think in my with my experience,
Right.
you know, I believe you need to give people chances, you know, and apart from that, you know, it's very important for one to actually decipher for themselves,
Yeah.
you know, and make a decision, and not, you know, drag people along.
So if
you
you're
know,
not
so
ready,
so
don't
if
come
you're
and
not-
waste our time.
Yeah, man. If your
Just
heart is not in
excuses.
there, just say you're not in there.
Yeah.
You know, and just
Yeah.
leave. You know, we'll find somebody else if need be.
Right.
Also,
Right.
Yeah.
But tell me, what genre will you say your music is?
I would say we are a jazz/fusion band. You know,
Okay.
yeah, I feel like our music is more jazz dominant. You know, but we are there are a number of variables that
Yeah.
play into how the music was created,
Right.
and the genres that inspired, you know, the sound that we have.
But you guys play for so many artists, right? Every artist that you work with, obviously you sound different.
Of course.
depending on what is required of you, what you need to put into the team. You know, how do you separate this group, or how unique is this group from the other bands that you work with?
Well, maybe I can answer
Yeah,
this.
Judah, I think this should come to you.
With artists, man, we're serving a brief.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Here we are the artists.
Okay.
So it'll never, ever in life, this specific thing will never confuse itself with what we do in our 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, artists are the people we serve, the people we give service to.
Yeah.
But here we're the creators.
Yeah.
You know, this is us.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's more like you looking after your baby and you looking after your sister's baby.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
In fact, it's not even that close, to be quite honest. Because like my sister's baby's mine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Your best friend's baby.
Aye, bro, that's too close. You know, maybe if you're a teacher at creche.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kids.
Yeah.
And yours at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Mabena, what do you think?
Well, for me, firstly, the music we do play out there does influence us.
Right.
And we do play in different genres with different artists and everything.
Yeah.
So that does influence what you hear, what you bring out. As much as we know how to separate gospel from jazz
Exactly.
to pop
Yeah.
to R&B, because we learn how to be in accordance to the genre that you play.
That's
and
right.
not mix and match. Yes, sometimes you can fuse a bit here and there just to bring in a certain color.
Yeah.
But we always separate, but we encompass all these genres, I won't lie to you. And
Yeah.
actually how we came about even is we were just jamming actually. That's how Black Skies happened. It was
Yeah.
during COVID.
Yeah.
We were jamming and we pressed record. Like in Judah's place there was like a whole lot of equipment. We just were jamming and we recorded. And after that, what did we call? We called an artist to be like, this is actually what we did.
Yeah.
Putting yourself in it.
Right.
So actually
Right.
there was actually no lyrical melody involved at the time. But then that was our sound
Yeah.
in terms of when we jamming
Yeah.
and what we hear.
Yeah.
And then everything came out.
Yeah. So who is the band leader here?
We are the band leader.
You all are the band leaders.
The
Yes,
Father,
sir.
the Holy Spirit, and Christ himself.
There's no Beyonce.
At all. Bro, we've played at a church for a while. A
Right.
good 6 to 7 years now. Together. We got there together, and there's a segment of the service that is always just you know, us feeling each other out. And that happened for a good 3 years, you know.
Right.
I'll tell you now, the first few months were not like the next few months. You know, it got better with time, and when they shut us down, we were like, gents, we've got enough chemistry to put something together. And 2 weeks later, we're like, oh, actually, this is it. There's a body of work.
I like it. I like it
Yeah.
that everybody is in charge, you know. So accountability becomes shared amongst the three.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Yeah.
as far as like the business chat, we're equal stakeholders.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You know what? I can't have you guys here and not perform. You know, and I'm eager to. My ears are itchy. So what are you performing for us today?
So the
Two
first song we're gonna
songs.
play for you, it's called Tapping,
Okay.
and it was composed by Sipho Mabena.
Oh,
Come on.
nice.
Yeah,
Mbutume.
Prophesy, my brother.
that's gonna be the first song we're gonna do for you. And then the next song that we're gonna do for you is called
Concurrence.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, man. The making of this music is very close to our heart, man. Because we spent a lot of time in each other's presence. You know, odd hours. You know, we have a different kind of brotherhood that is formed by this project.
That's right.
Above any other thing that we might find ourselves doing. We've played on bands together. We've
Yeah.
made big amounts of money together. But I think out of all the things we've done together, this one thing really brings us to. This is what makes us family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I cannot wait. Let's just kick that one song and then we come back and have
Let's
some
get
more
it.
talk.
Let's get it.
Thank you
Definitely.
so much. Take it away.
Come on with it.
right, welcome back one more time to the Sound of Silence with myself, Drum People. You know, I told you these guys are fire. You had that beautiful, beautiful music. Guys, that was good.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
bro.
you so
Good
much.
music.
Thank you, bro.
Good music. Tell me, what is your creative process like?
Bro, remember I said to you earlier on, we've spent some time feeling each other out.
Right.
You know, with art, I don't know if it's just music, but I believe with art, your input effort comes once
Yeah.
and you've got it forever. You know, we can sit and not see each other for a long time. When we sit in our instruments, in fact, the instrument will say hi first.
Yeah.
You know, so because of the time we've put in playing together, the chemistry we've built, subconsciously so,
Yeah.
we have kind of, you know, solidified a thing without trying to solidify it. And now, when you just put the three of us together, it just comes out naturally.
That's right. I like that. Now, tell me, what is one of the biggest challenges that you have had to face as a band, and how did you overcome it?
Man, you know, if I can tell you the challenge of availability.
Oh, not even money.
Not even
Bullshit.
money.
Oh, okay. No, then
Just
we can work
availability,
with
being
that.
available for
time
stuff, though.
management. Man, that has been our hardest obstacle, man. And I feel like we haven't really conquered it as yet.
Okay.
You know, but
No, maybe let me
we're
give you an
trying,
idea. Maybe
yeah.
some Zoom rehearsal.
you know, but we're
shedding.
trying our best. You
Yeah.
know?
We need a new government first
Yeah.
before we consume stuff.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, man. But yeah, so far, man, just time management. You know, being able to prioritize this
Yeah.
as a body of work without necessarily trying to focus on whatever it is that can bring you money now. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of that. You know, just finding the balance. You know, is something that we're striving for. You know,
Right.
and I feel like we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Mabena, this is to you.
Yes.
Look, I see you guys are very humbled. You know.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. That's what I
Interesting.
see. You spoke about
These guys? All right. I'm kidding.
Specifically, they said my pen. Of course, they know speaking about.
you know, you spoke about attitude. You know, how do you manage to contain yourself, stay humbled, and not let these big stages get into your head, not let the big names get into your head? How do you do that?
I think it's preparation and positioning yourself and creating structures that will ensure that you behave a certain way,
Yeah.
irrespective of your emotions, because we deal with the craziest of characters in
Right.
the music industry, you know.
Right.
And there's not really much of a code of conduct. It's it depends on the artist as well. who you're working with, but you have to formulate. It starts at home with yourself in terms of how you behave, because you will not behave badly at home but behave right outside.
Yeah.
So you first have to stop at self and have set limits in terms of, if somebody talks to me like this or whatever, how do I react?
Yeah. Yeah.
Before you feel the emotions, so that you have a mental note that I do not do this, I do not say this, let me think first, then utter, you know, because
Yeah.
sometimes we respond without thinking,
Without thinking, that's
actually processing what is happening.
Right.
And that's the biggest problems with most people, irrespective of music, wherever you are, in whatever space. So self-control, all of those things, you have to be intentional with.
Yeah.
Before you leave at home,
But,
what
but
environment am I
do you,
going to?
do you think is the upbringing,
Yes.
or do you think it's
Most definitely.
maturity?
You can only both, because you can only hide so much.
Yeah.
When we are free, at some point you'll be like, you know what? Now I'm in this guy, and
Yeah.
that's where you start seeing people's true colors.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are always this person,
Yeah.
then you will be consistent with it. So the biggest problem is we pretend to be, but time reveals everything.
Yeah.
So you have to be intentional about how you behave. You know, in your personal space you can do whatever.
Right.
But you must always remember it's work, and with us work is tricky because our line of work
Yeah.
is intense at times, but we have a lot of free leisure time as well.
Right.
Let's say we're traveling on the road.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of freedom, you know, and we don't have strict set rules that this is the code of conduct if
Yeah.
you do not comply. No.
Yeah.
So you have to regulate yourself. And be
That's
like,
right.
I will do A, B. I will not do A, B, C, and D.
That's right.
Yes.
But Judah, look, tell me this thing that every morning we wake up and we go and do, called music. What exactly is it?
Hey man, it's an energy.
Hmm.
It's an energy, and it's up to each individual and how they're gifted to harness it.
Right.
And this is why others others try harder than others,
Yeah.
and others don't
Hmm.
try too hard, and it still works out. It's an energy, bro.
Because it's a very simple word, you know, but it's one of the most complicated words in on the planet.
Yeah, true.
You know, like what is music? Snake, what do you think?
Okay, like Judah said, it is energy,
Hmm.
you know, but to a certain degree, I believe it's a calling,
Yeah.
you know. There's a certain level of depth that comes with being gifted.
Mm.
You know, there's a certain level of depth that comes with being cognizant of the gift as
That's
well.
right.
You know, and now functioning fully
Mm.
into that gift as well. You know, so being fully being fully mindful of the gift
Mm.
and functioning fully. You know,
Yeah.
waking up every day and choosing to
Yeah.
to function in the gift.
That's right.
You know,
That's
is
right.
what basically I believe, you know, keeps us going. You know,
Right.
it keeps me going every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Look, you mentioned a couple of projects that you guys have done and some that you're about to release and things like that. Tell us about it. What's going on?
So we have 2 singles that are out.
Okay.
The song that we played first called Tapping was our first release. And then we dropped No Change.
Mm.
That features Njabulo Se.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have 2 other singles that are on the way,
Beautiful.
which is Concurrence, the one that we just
Yeah.
played, as well as Brighter Days.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So the three of you are in charge here. How do people book you? If they need you for a gig, shows, you know, whatever it is, your band, how do you
Well,
get
we
booked?
have the Black Skies Project on
Okay.
Instagram, Black
Yeah.
BLK. The Black Skies Project, one word, on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's there. All our booking details are there on the
Beautiful.
bio. Everything is there. Yeah, everything is on Instagram. We're not much of a big social media type of
Mm.
people, and we're guys, man. You know.
you know.
Yeah, so the whole, a lot of accounts thing, maybe, we'll work on a TikTok here and there and a YouTube here and there, but,
Yeah.
the immediate guy
Mm.
would be Instagram for now.
Beautiful, man.
The Black Skies
Look,
Project,
man,
BLK.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with me. All the best with your music.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
so
for
much
having us,
having
Let's
man.
do your next song, brothers.
All right.
Beautiful. All right, guys, that's it for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with myself and this amazing band right here on the Sound of Silence. I had a great time. Beautiful music is indeed, and I'm sure you also had a great time. I will see you next week, same time, same place. God bless. Bye-bye.